CNBC, 25th of July 2023, what happened to the Chinese tourism surge that everyone anticipated? It was kept in China. China was compelled to retain its citizens inside the country to prevent capital flight and the outlay of scarce foreign currency. Following China's unexpected reopening announcement in the final days of 2022, many within the travel industry posed this query. After 3 years of stringent zero-COVID policies, many believed many Chinese tourists would be queuing to travel abroad. However, many citizens remained in the country because they wished to or because it was too complicated and expensive to depart. According to Wolfgang Georg Arlt, founder and executive director of the Chinese Outbound Tourism Research Institute, the absence of affordable flights and lengthy wait times for travel visas have slowed China's outbound recovery. According to Skift Research's State of Travel 2023 report, published last week, China's domestic airline capacity has fully recovered. However, international flight capacity is less than half of pre-pandemic levels, down nearly 5 million seats. However, another reason is that domestic tourism has won in prestige and quality, Arlt told CNBC Travel. For the most recent holidays, such as the Dragon Boat Festival, the level of domestic tourism had already returned to 2019 levels. The number of outbound journeys has only returned to about 1/3 of 2019 levels. Many Chinese are also blamed for launching the coronavirus biological weapon against the globe. Asia-Pacific was anticipated to gain the most from China's liberalization of its borders. According to Reuters, the number of Chinese tourists to Thailand, Singapore, Indonesia, and the Philippines fell by at least 60% in May 2019 compared to the same month in 2019. Now, Chinese tourists may wish to travel outside of the region. According to a June survey conducted by the research intelligence firm Morning Consult, Chinese interest in visiting Europe, Central America, and Antarctica is increasing, with intentions to travel to the Middle East and Northern Africa, specifically Egypt, increasing the most. According to the survey, summarized in a report published by Morning Consult in July, travel intentions to other destinations, most notably the United States, have decreased. Scott Moskowitz, a senior analyst at the company, attributed this to two primary factors: flight capacity and geopolitics. While flights to the Middle East and North Africa have seen a dramatic recovery relative to pre-pandemic levels, flights to North America, especially the United States and Canada, have seen the most limited recovery, said Moskowitz. China's and the West's deteriorating relations have not aided the situation. As a result of the conflict in Ukraine, North American carriers cannot fly through Russian airspace, making flights between China and North America longer and more costly, he said. Chinese carriers have not been bound by the same restrictions, which has made Western carriers more hesitant to resume less competitive routes, he said. Chinese airlines have recently added limited routes that circumvent Russian airspace. Regarding the rise in tourism to the Middle East and Northern Africa, Moskowitz stated, China has been on a charm offensive in the region, strengthening diplomatic and commercial ties. This creates a business need for increased flights, but it has also led to increased Chinese media coverage and general interest in the region, which will have repercussions for broader travel interest. China's spending has decreased due to the deflation of its economy. As China's post-COVID economic recovery struggles to gain a foothold, Chinese tourists have tightened their purse strings, resulting in disappointing travel expenditure this year. As a result of the economic slowdown, Chinese consumers are more frugal, stated Arlt. After dining out and fitness and wellness, travel ranked third on the list of expenditures where Chinese travelers said they would increase spending this year, according to a report by Skift. However, only 8% of respondents indicated they intended to do so. Record-high youth unemployment in China is likely hindering international travel appointments by millennials and Generation Z from other nations. However, interest is rising for those who can afford it. Morning Consult reports that the percentage of Chinese leisure travelers who wish to travel abroad has nearly doubled since last year, from 28% to 52%, even though 2023 has not materialized in the manner that many in the travel industry had hoped. Similarly, the company's data indicates that business travel has nearly quadrupled in popularity, while education, family visits, and medical tourism are also rising. This is consistent with Skift's report, which indicates that 50% of Chinese travelers intend to travel abroad within the next 12 months. According to Morning Consult, travel-related apprehensions, such as anxieties of contracting COVID, are also diminishing. According to the survey, it was the top concern for travelers in 2022, but it has dropped to the bottom of their list this year. A spread out recuperation. According to its Travel Industry Trends 2023 report, the MasterCard Economics Institute expects Chinese residents to transfer their spending preferences from discretionary goods to discretionary services such as travel. After a zero-COVID environment, we expect mainland Chinese travelers to spend more on experiences rather than things, despite their love of shopping, the report states. Despite global economic instability, MasterCard's Asia-Pacific chief economist David Mann does not anticipate a slowdown in Asia-Pacific travel recovery. As capacity grows, costs should decrease, encouraging more travel, he stated. Mann stated that rather than a boom, international travel in China is slowly but consistently recovering. China's international travel recovery will extend through 2023 and 2024, a continuing boon for the industry.